It's Tuesday, July 30th. I'm Lucie Steiner.
And I'm Sam Seder. Which of these stories will you be talking about today?
Republicans' annual party retreat will take place in the same city President Trump recently called dangerous and filthy. Meanwhile, rich parents in Chicago are literally giving up custody of their kids to avoid paying full college tuition. And lastly, Mitch McConnell tries to defend himself and his Borg-like sense of purpose after blocking a bunch of bipartisan election security bills.
You are listening to Majority FM's AM Quickie, and these are the stories you need to know.
The Washington Post reports that House Republicans are planning to hold their yearly policy retreat in Baltimore, a city President Donald Trump recently described as a, quote, disgusting rat and rodent-infested mess, where, quote, no human being would want to live. I guess it's still worth a visit. The conference will reportedly be held in a downtown Baltimore hotel September 12th to September 14th, so expect things to get pretty awkward for the GOP after Trump called Baltimore the worst district in the USA and, quote, far worse and more dangerous than the southern U.S. border. By the way, if you want an example of how toxic masculinity can occasionally be used for good, I highly recommend checking out David Simon's Twitter. He is the creator of The Wire. He spent the last week or so just responding to every Trump supporter who tweets at him, and it's great. A ProPublica investigation has found that dozens of wealthy Chicago families have been exploiting a loophole that wins their children college financial aid and scholarships they would not otherwise receive. The rich parents give up legal guardianship of their children during their junior or senior year of high school to someone else, usually a friend or relative. The guardianship status then allows the students to declare themselves financially independent of their families, so they can qualify for federal, state, and university aid. This is all extremely unethical, but is it illegal? Not in the great US of A. It's a scam, said Andy Borst, director of undergraduate admissions at the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. Quote, wealthy families are manipulating the financial aid process to be eligible for financial aid they would not otherwise be eligible for. They are taking away opportunities from families that really need it. This is so unlike the 1%.
Hey, Majority.fm's AM Quickie is fueled by justcoffee.coop. Just Coffee is a worker-owned coffee roaster based in Madison, Wisconsin that has sponsored the Majority Report for nearly a decade. Check out their collection of fair trade roasts, including our own Majority Report blend, and regardless of what you order, receive 10% off of your order when you use the code MAJORITY at checkout. All shipping, of course, is free. That's coupon code MAJORITY at justcoffee.coop.
Majority Leader Mitch McConnell slithered onto the Senate floor Monday to defend himself against allegations that he is doing the bidding of Russian President Vladimir Putin by blocking a series of bipartisan attempts to pass election security bills, including one with severe new sanctions on Russia for cybercrimes. Just last week, FBI Director Christopher Wray testified that Russians are, quote, absolutely intent on trying to interfere with our elections, and that the U.S. has not done enough to deter the Kremlin from repeating what it did in 2016. And now for what we're following today. Some quicker quickies.
Quicker quickie.
NBC News reports that an Instagram post connected to a 19-year-old who killed 3 people at a food festival in Northern California references a book that is a staple among neo-Nazis and white supremacists. We never could have seen this coming again. Also from NBC News, the Trump administration determined that more than 500,000 children would no longer be automatically eligible for free school meals under a proposed overhaul of the food stamp program, but conveniently left that figure out of its formal proposal. 2020 presidential candidate Elizabeth Warren has announced a trade plan that would give labor and environmental groups more influence over trade deals, a major break from past Democratic administrations. And The Intercept reports that violence in Africa has spiked dramatically, with the number of, quote, violent events jumping 960% since the Pentagon started U.S. Africa Command operations in 2008.
Quicker quickie.
That's it, folks. Thanks for listening to Majority.fm's AM Quickie. Sam?
Hey, thank you, Lucie. Don't forget to check out the Majority Report today at noon for our live show or later, wherever your podcasts are found.